Díoghaibh, tá 100 míle fáilte roimh chuig an Searmannas Brumta Céimhne ar Leirseo. Greetings from the public theatre or exam hall of the College of the Holy and Undivided Trinity of Queen Elizabeth near Dublin. My name is Brendan Tagney, and as Registrar of the University, I welcome viewers of this recording of the virtual commencement ceremony. In advance of the formal ceremony, I take this opportunity to warmly congratulate all being conferred with degrees today and to introduce you to the proceedings which will follow. Before I do that, I would like to hand you over to the Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Iggy McGovern, who will preside over today's ceremony. He has a few words of welcome and thanks for you, the graduates and friends and family whom we hope are watching with you.
Welcome all to this winter commencement ceremony, and a special welcome to the soon-to-be graduates of the University of Dublin. During your time here as a student, you probably noticed earlier commencements, or at least their aftermath, as the new graduates emerged from the examination hall. There would have been a great buzz in Front Square as they were reunited with classmates and with family and close friends. The officiating Chancellor or Pro-Chancellor could only hope to chat with a small fraction of that gathering. And so I am happy to have this opportunity to speak, as it were, to you all. It is less likely that you would have witnessed the formal ceremony inside the hall. Ordinarily, each candidate would be limited to 2 guests. The usual circumstances today have, in principle, enlarged that audience. And I hope that wherever you are, there are family members with you to share this special occasion. And I want to join with you in acknowledging the significant support that they have given you. Your dedication to study has been important to the university. A university without students would be a pallid affair. You may have heard the term teaching and learning, and possibly you saw this as a case of them and us. But it is more nuanced than that. The crowd that should have been in Front Square today would have included some of your professors, acknowledging their debt to you. Finally, I want to emphasize that despite its restricted format, this ceremony has the same status as that of all the others in the more than 4 centuries of the University of Dublin. This connection with the past notwithstanding, the very word commencements points firmly to new beginnings. So I offer you my congratulations on your academic success, fully confident that you will build on that success for a happy and rewarding future.
It is with great regret that the ceremony has to take place in that format. But these are strange and difficult times for everyone, and in the circumstances, it is the most suitable way in which we can formally confer degrees upon you. Wonderful and all as technology is at capturing some of the important aspects of a commencement ceremony, it cannot replicate the experience of being here in the public theatre with classmates, friends, family, and the Trinity community. To compensate for this, Trinity will do everything it can to host you all at a celebratory, old-fashioned, face-to-face event on campus at the earliest feasible date, but I will keep you posted on developments as the situation evolves. To the parents, family and friends who may be viewing this recording, it is only right and fitting to formally acknowledge the crucial role you have played and sacrifices you have made over the years to help the graduates reach their goal of obtaining a degree. On Trinity's behalf, I would like to add my voice to that of the Pro-Chancellor and thank you most sincerely for that support. To our soon-to-be graduates, for each and every one of you, the conferring of your degree today is a huge achievement, which we earnestly applaud, and we wish you happiness, fulfillment, and success in the future. Whatever lies ahead of you after today's event, we hope that you will continue to have a sense of belonging to and pride in Trinity. Today, you become one of Trinity's alumni, a group spread worldwide, so wherever you might be on the globe, you can avail of the Trinity network and contact with others who share the Trinity connection. You can find out more about how to do this through the Trinity Development Alumni Office. The formal ceremony to follow is a meeting of the Senate of the University of Dublin, at which you, the graduates, will have your degrees conferred upon you. As an aside, a practical manifestation of the subtle and sometimes confusing distinction between the university and the college is when writing letters after your name, it should read, for example, BA Dub and not BA TCD. Following a tradition that stretches back to the origins of the university, our commencement ceremonies are conducted entirely in Latin. The Latin ceremony recognises the university's historic past, reflecting a heritage shared with the oldest universities of Europe. Latin was the language of learning and debate all across Europe when these first universities were the seedbed of scholarship and enlightenment. Within the universities of the time, Latin was the language of study, the language of philosophy and the sciences, of law, and of all the professions. And that shared language, long before the World Wide Web, allowed the exchange of scholars and ideas between universities, transcending the boundaries of empire and religion in old Europe. As far as this ceremony is concerned, it is by continuing to use Latin that we acknowledge our heritage, the intellectual foundations of the modern Western world, and the debt we owe to scholars and to scholarship of former times. It beholds a historic university like ours to carry out teaching and research with its focus very firmly on the future, but at the same time acknowledging and preserving the best from its heritage, in our case stretching back to 1592. Indeed, our long history may give us some comfort in these COVID times when we reflect on the fact that Trinity College has carried on teaching and research through 2 world wars, a number of rebellions, 2 led by alumni of the university, the Great Famine, Poyning's Laws, which restricted the university community to members of the established Anglican Church, and the reigns of not 1, but 2 Queen Elizabeths. Nor is COVID-19 the first pandemic in our history. The late R.B. MacDowell of the Department of History and a legendary junior dean who was elected to Scoil in the 1930s, recounted to me one evening at Commons the story of his childhood experience of contracting Spanish flu in 1919. There is a memorial bench in his honour at the back of the rubrics facing onto New Square. So the next time you're on campus, you may like to sit there and reflect on all the changes this university has seen through the ages, and the fact that as a graduate, you are now part of that unfolding history. Commencement ceremonies in Trinity are presided over by the caput, or head, led today by the Pro-Chancellor of the University, Dr. Iggy McGovern, who is joined on the caput by the Pro-Provost of the College, Professor Michael Lyons, and the Pro-Senior Master Non-Regent, Professor Ailbhe Ní Cassidy. The Senior Proctor who will present graduates to the Senate is Professor Werner Blau. The Pro-Chancellor and myself are in the public theatre, together with the Mace-Bearer, Mr. Joe Muckler, while the rest of the participants join remotely. The ceremony will be opened by the Pro-Chancellor with the Salvati, which is a general welcome to us all. This will be followed by the reading of the University Senate minutes, which relate to the last degree awarding meeting of the Senate, i.e. the last commencement ceremony which took place before this one. The Senior Proctor will ask the caput to approve the awarding of the degrees. The Mace-Bearer then calls for a vote by members of the Senate, and the Pro-Chancellor asks for the agreement of those present, which is given with the response, plaquette, it is agreed. The Senior Proctor will then present each degree and call out the names of the candidates, commending them to the Pro-Chancellor for admittance to the degree. The Pro-Chancellor then admits the named candidates, and the Pro-Chancellor will close the ceremony, bidding us all farewell with the words of the Walete, or goodbye. Enjoy the ceremony, accept the congratulations and best wishes of everyone in our community, and we look forward to seeing you on campus when circumstances allow.
Salvete senatores omnes, Domini doctores, Domini magistri, salvete candidati, signores, junioresque, salvete hospites undique, hic benignissime congregati, comitia fiant, in nomine Dei. Amen.
Comitia actuum nalia, termino sancti Michaelis, altera matutina quartuor, habita Dea decimo Novembris, anno Domini millesimo secondo vicesimo. Caput Senatus, Cancelaria Maria Patricia Maculis, Doctor in Utroque Jure. Praepositus, Patricus Johannes Prendergast, Doctor in Scientis. Senior Magister non regens, Comginus Martinus Divine, Doctor in Philosophia. Procurator Senior, Vernus Josephus Blau, Doctor in Scientis. Registrarius Dionysius Brendanus Tangni, Magister in Scientis. Gradus Seniores, solemni modo collati sunt, examinatone habita in album senatus referenda, registrarius curavit.
Prehonorabilis pro cancellariae, totaque universitas. Supplicant reverensis vestris ei, qui in his cartis quae in manibus nostris sunt nominantur, ut his comitiis ad gradum supernomina designatum admittantur. Ego fidi mea testa expondio toti agremie, unum quemque candidatorum his cartis nominatum, omnia exercitia ad gradum, ad quem unus quisque aspirat, pertinentia pro legibus academicis rite complevisse.
Ad scrutinium.
Placetne vobis, Domini doctores, placetne vobis, Domini magistri,
Placet.
placet omnibus.
In absentia. Baccalaurii in artibus. Hennessy Orla. Mar Nile. McCarthy Emma. McKinley Nathan. Murphy Connor. Blackwell Stephen. Glurkin Garth. Coulton Carmel. Codigan Alice. Gaffney Kieran Joseph Henry. Kadar Xenia. Kearney Jack. Lynch Juliana Clare. Lynch Sarah Kate. Manning Hannah Rose. Martinez Sala Javier. McNamara Sean. Meehan Sean. Muckler Connor. Mullen Marguerite Joan. Mulreany Mark William Patrick. Mulvihill Ronan. Newcomb Cayley, Nolan Tyler Patrick, O'Flaherty Kevin, Pikert Andreas, Phelan Charlton, Rhodes William, Siri Dunphy Kevin, Sheehy Isolt, Smith Liam, Vecchio Alessia, Xue Chenggan, Yang Yuijing, Fox Jonathan Robert, Li Xiaowei, McCormick Daniel, Middleton Charles Peter, Tempulatova Madina, Varoga Katie Powers, O'Reilly Graham, Baccalaureate in Sciences una cum studiis de locatione e de lingua cartis honoraris donate, Byrne Kira, Murray Danielle, Baccalaureate in Studiis Socialibus cartis honoraris donati, Chapman Jeremy, O'Mahony Rachel, Baccalaureus in Artibus et Baccalaureus in Dentaria Scientia cartis honoraris donata, Toyu Natalia, Baccalaureate in Artibus et Baccalaureate in Dentaria Scientia, Ahmed Mohammed Shahed, Barlas Rehman Javed, Tekle Hermela, Baccalaureate in Artibus et Baccalaureate in Artic in Ingeniaria cartis honoraris donati, Sethi Waipaf, Cavion Davide, Kilroy Dean, Meta Sudanj, Baccalaureate in Artibus et Baccalaureate in Medicina et in Chirurgia et in Arte Obstetricia cartis honoraris donati, Walsh David, Azim Sieda Amna, Kovalishin Volodymyr, Lucas Yukai, Magister in Arte Ingeniaria Studia, Kilroy Dean, Magister in Sciences Studia, Katyal Smart. Prehonorabilis pro cancellarie, totaqui universitas. Commendo vobis filios meus de gentis peregre, quorum nomina recitata sunt supplicationesque placuerunt. Quos sio, tam doctrina tam moribus, habilis et idonius esse, ut ad gradus quos petunt admittantur.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa admitto candidatos de gentes peregre quorum nomina recitata supplicationesque placuerunt, pruit quisque meruit ad respondentum quae estioni. In artibus, in utroque iure una cum scientia politica, in utroque iure una cum lingua Germanica, in utroque iure una cum studiis negotialibus, in studiis negotialibus et in lingua, in studiis negotialibus, in executione musica, in scientis una cum studiis de locutione et de lingua, in studiis socialibus, in dentaria scientia, in arte ingeniaria, in medicina et in chirurgia et in arte obstetricia, et ad incipiendum, in arte ingeniaria studia, et in scientiis studia. Valete, senatores, non diutius, vos orabimur, valete candidate nois honoribus decorate, valete et vos hospites acceptissimi, comitia solvantur in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.